So if you guys want to fit to a given function, you say here, okay, my model is a function of b and x. B can be a constant, can be b1, b2, b3, b4, b5. You can have as many constants as you like. And then here I have a b1, which is the first constant, 1 minus x plus e, which is 2.7182, to the power of minus b2 times x. That is the same as that Matlab is the same as, okay, so my BOD will be equal to B1, okay, B1 times 1 minus power E minus B2 right, times X. That's the same as that one. Okay? And you guys can add more. I mean, example, let's say you guys want to add on top of this, let's say guys that there is a superimposed line. Okay, if you guys have a superimposed line, example, you can say, okay, this is going to be plus b3 times x. You guys can do that. I'm messing, right? So if you guys want to define that, what you have to do is, okay, I have this, and then I can say plus b3 times x. So you guys can say, okay, I'm going to fit, example here, guys, you can say, I'm going to fit plus b3, okay, times x. So here, guys, I am superimposing exponential curve plus one line. So I know that this is the wrong fit, but I can do that. Let's guys do that just for the sake of. You can play, guys, and then you can say, okay, I'm going to play that, and you guys can see that. Okay, so I'm going to, okay, so guys, I'm going to, oh, here I'm missing plus b3 times x. Okay, oh, here I have to specify my starting point is, okay. So here, guys, I can say, okay, my starting point is, example, 200, 0.1, and I can say here is going to be 0.5.
Excuse me, one parenthesis.
Sorry?
One parenthesis, one bracket, one formula.
One boundary?
Parenthesis.
Well, one parenthesis, sorry, yeah. Parenthesis, yes, I am missing one parenthesis. B1 minus xb minus 2 times x
After x.
plus b3.
The last one.
After x.
Oh, yeah, yes, I'm missing one parenthesis. Thank you so much.
It's missing close.
Yeah, so actually I can close the parenthesis here too, right? No.
Just one.
Okay, here.
Just one.
I am missing that. Yeah, I'm missing that. Thank you. So example, guys, I can say, okay. Okay, so I have this. I can go here. And then here you guys can see that I am fitting now to a superposition of exponential plus a line, right? So I'm defining that. So that's exponential, and then that is the right. Or you guys can say, okay, I'm going to fit that to a quadratic curve. So you guys can explore multiple combinations, right? You guys can multiple combinations. But guys, in this case, if you guys check the literature, you guys can see the BOD more or less follows an exponential form. So I will, guys, just
Biology.
here. So guys, we don't need to do this. I can remove this. So we have only two parameters, right? So I'm going to remove this, guys, and I'm going to say, okay, my parameter is example 200 and 0.1. This is the starting point for iteration, right? Or you guys can choose 100 and 0.5, whichever value you guys choose is fine. Okay, so I'm going to exit that, and then you guys can have the. Okay, I have that one. Then you guys can choose next. You guys will see the. What is that? Okay, next. Okay. So you guys can see now. You guys have the curve, right? You guys have the curve with weight 1, and then you have with curve with weight 5 for the last 4. You guys can see that the curves. And then if you guys keep doing that, you guys will see you guys click next here. You guys will see the curve with the confidence intervals, right? And then you guys keep doing the same thing. You guys will see all the plots that we have discussed in the lecture. You can see here. You guys have that.
What are you pressing to make it go to the next thing?
Sorry?
What are you pressing to make it go to the next, like,
so,
just enter?
okay, so let me guys show you. So, you guys have to enter here in the command window, and you put next or enter. Let's put enter or press any key, guys. So enter here and then press any key, and you guys should be able to see this floor.
Dr. Leon, what is the send to write 200 in the start? Is the start point or
That's the start of B1 and B2.
B1
and B2.
So they are random values.
Yeah, random values.
Okay.
So B1 and B2 are the constants I want to fit, right? I don't know what are the values of B1 and B2. So I want to fit those values. So this is my starting point.
Okay.
If I have a B1, B2, and B3, I would say 200, 0.1, and then something else.
Okay.
If I have a 10 points, I would need to have a 10 values there.
Okay.
Right.
It depends the number of constants
Yeah.
that we have.
It's a number of constants, yes. Okay, the number of constants. And guys, all the commands to find the confidence intervals we have here, okay? And using the weights, everything guys here, okay? And also here guys, I have also alpha. Alpha guys is the confidence level, right? So 0.05 means 95% confidence level. If I put 0.01, it means 99% confidence level. Let's guys do that with 0.0. Right? We guys can change this one. So most of the people in statistics, most of the people use 95% confidence level. Some people use 99%. So in that case, you have to put 0.01. You guys can change that, right?
Is there a rejection zone?
Yeah, so, okay guys, so you guys can, guys, I wanted to show you this because we will use these tools for analyzing BMP data. Okay, so guys, we have a raw data from the International Stormwater BMP database for green infrastructure. Okay, so this data guys is available. You guys can access to the mapping tool. You guys also have a statistical analysis tool, and you guys have some summaries. However, guys, if you want to get the actual raw data, you guys have to request at this email. So, guys, I have requested that data, and the data is about 100 megabytes, and actually the data is in Canvas. So you guys can access Canvas and download, guys, all the data for all types of BMPs in the US and in some countries since 2004, 2005, all the away up to 2021. So example, guys, if you want to do a thesis, right, on BMPs, the best way would be to access this database and do analysis and basically find out. Or if you guys want to do data mining, right? This will be, guys, a very, very powerful thesis, right? If you guys want to do a data mining example or machine learning, that would be. There is a lot of data here. Here there is data for performances of swales, ditches, pavements, green roofs, and all of that stuff. Yes, please.
BMP stands for best management.
Best management practices. Yes. So we have a lot of data here, a lot of data for several years. So example, guys, let me show you this. You guys have the data in Canvas. You can download, and guys, we can play with Matlab. So the data, guys, that they send me is in Microsoft Access. If you guys, I'm not sure who knows how to use Microsoft Access. Who knows Microsoft Access? So guys, if you, and also I'm not familiar with Microsoft Access. So what you guys can do is you guys can import the data to Excel. So guys, to do that, you guys can do this on the data tab in Excel. You guys do this, follow this, and then guys, all the data will be transformed to Excel. And once it's in Excel, guys, you can analyze in Excel, or you can take it to Matlab and do the analysis. Okay, but you guys can follow these commands. Okay, guys, so let's play with this database. As I mentioned, guys, this could be a powerful thesis, a powerful paper, because there is a lot of data here, and I haven't seen, guys, a powerful analysis on this. So people have focused on very small things, but if you guys want to analyze, this could become a very, very good paper, a very good thesis. Okay, so let's guys play with this data and the models. Okay, so guys, the data is available. First, guys, let me show you the website. Okay, so guys, we can access this website. Here, guys. Let me guys show you the access the. Okay, so let's open, guys, the website. Let me show you this. Okay, so here, you guys click here, you guys should be able to access the website. Okay, so guys, this is the BMP, International BMP database, right, for stormwater. So you guys have data for urban stormwater. You guys have for DOT, Department of Transportation data. And you have a cost database, quality database, agricultural, and stream restoration database. So you guys have a lot of data. So some students, guys, ask me for, yes, please.
That individual set of data is collected by those agencies?
Yes, some of them by these agencies and some of them by contractors, by companies. So there is a lot of data here, guys, a lot of data. So some students ask me about a thesis. This would be a great thesis. Okay, applying regression analysis and applying machine learning, it would be a great thesis on this. And also it can be a quick paper. So if you guys want to come up with a quick paper that has a high impact, this is, guys, the way to go. Okay, so you guys can, example, access the urban stormwater database, okay? And then you guys can say, get data, okay? And if you guys get data, you guys can see, example, the BMP mapping tool. And guys, this tells you where you have data, okay? Where you have data. Example here, guys, we have data in all over the US. So it's loading, it's kind of slow, but So guys, all the data for the BMP, for the urban BMP, I have it. It's already in Canvas. So you have to request to a given email, and they already give me the data. So you guys can download that. This is from 2000, maybe 2000, more or less 2001, 2002, all the way to 2021. So you have a lot of data, guys, there. Okay, so why is not loading here? Let's see. Okay, so now it's loading. So you guys can, okay, so example guys, this is some of the locations that have data in Washington, Oregon, California, in the East Coast, in some places of the central part of the US. So if you guys go example to Florida guys, you can see several locations. If you guys click, it will tell you which type of data you guys have here. You can, guys, example, click here, close to us, and then here you guys have a data on a retention pond here. Right? You have data on a retention pond, the location. You guys have the summary report. You have the flow, precipitation, stats, and all of that. Okay. And then you guys can, example, do also, let me go back, it's kind of slow. So guys, let me go back here. Okay, you guys also can do a statistical analysis using they have a guys, some tools. You guys can say, example, I want to analyze, you can say nutrients, solids, or metals. Let's say I want to analyze metals, and then you put OK, and then here you say, okay, which kind of metal? You guys can say, for example, arsenic, right? Arsenic. The BMP, you guys say all. I want to select all. Oops, sorry, I have to select all. Okay. And then which EPA zone? So guys, we have 7 EPA zones, right? So the US is divided into 7 zones. Which one do you want? You can say, okay, I want all. Okay, I want all. And then I'll put okay. And then submit. Okay. So here, guys, you have the data available for your for what you specify. And if you guys want to download the data, you guys can say, okay, download data for that. Okay. And then you guys can download that particular data. Okay. You guys can see here, it generated one file. So you guys can say open file, and okay. So I have this file opening. Okay, guys. So this is the file I have generated. So I have arsenic, right, and it tells me all the information that available for what I specify. Here you guys have this one. This kind of a summary. This is a summary. If you guys want to actual data, you guys have to request. Okay, you guys have to request to run email, but they are very fast. They will send you the data in a couple of days or one day. Okay, so you guys have metals, and then you guys can click wherever you need, and then you guys can make the analysis here. Okay, so here you guys can go here, and you guys have all the information that you might need. Also, guys, you can plot some data. Example, if you guys go to here, get data, you guys also can plot. Kind of slow. Okay. So if you guys go to Canvas, the data I have is the following. Let's see here. PMP. Okay, guys. So the data they send me is this one. Okay. So they have a data in Access, right? Microsoft Access. But then, guys, we can convert this to Excel, right? Using the instructions that I provided here. Okay. So basically, guys, we have this data, and then, guys, we can transfer this data to Excel, and then Excel, guys, you can take it to Matlab, or you can work also in Excel, right? Okay, guys. So why don't we, guys, play with this data to do some analysis? Okay. So I'm going to, guys, basically follow the instructions that I am giving you here. Okay. So I'm going to, guys, follow these instructions. I'm going to, guys, import the data from Microsoft Access to Excel, and then, guys, we can start to analyze. I mean, we can do regressions. Then you guys can apply machine learning and other tools. Okay. Yes, please.
It is important to know what our dependent variable. What our dependent variable.
Yes. So, so guys, for that, you have a lot of data, right? So you guys have to do also some literature review, right? So some people, I mean, you have data of costs. You have data of water quality. You have data of, example, guys. You have data of metals. You have data of total suspended sediment. You have data of multiple components. Guys, the idea is that, and actually this is what people are doing in the recent past, is measuring, guys. Each of these are very difficult, and also time consuming, and it takes a lot of money. Is it possible first to find a correlation between these variables? Is it possible to find a correlation? This is first. Second, if there is a correlation, maybe I can measure only one of these and be able to predict the rest. Right? That's kind of what we want to do. And then, guys, also, I mean, you guys have a land use, you have a flows, you have a precipitation. You guys have a lot of data here, right? Can you find a correlation between these variables for multiple variables? Land use, precipitation, flows, and all of that stuff. So, guys, I think this is there is a lot of information here that, if you guys have time, put time on this, especially the students from environmental engineering. It's not only analysis, it's not only cross correlation. You guys have to understand these variables, right? I think if you guys work on this could become a great thesis, but not only a thesis, but also this can become a great contribution to engineering. There is a lot of data, guys, and there is papers right now in 2021, 2022. People are trying to find correlation, but I haven't seen a work that is more comprehensive. People are using very basic correlations. You know, I think, guys, using advanced regression methods, ARIMA models, artificial neural network, machine learning can become a powerful tool for analyzing this data. Okay.
You can study which manufacturer affects on.
Sorry?
Which manufacturer, which company affects on this activity? Which manufacturer, which company?
Which company does this?
Effects on this. Effects in data.
Yeah, but this data doesn't come from one single source. This data comes from many sources. Comes from the Department of Transportation, so there is hundreds of companies that basically worked on this in many years.
No, I mean, establishing a company effects on water quality. So we can study this company effects on the water quality.
Oh,
Very
I see.
natural.
Yeah. I mean, that would be fantastic. Yeah, for sure. Yes.
And all this data that are offered in this website is for the inflow and outflow in the
You guys
basin.
have data of everything. You guys have data of land use. You guys have data of location, inflows, precipitation. You guys have data of everything.
I mean, you have the BMP, and you have inflow and you have outflow. So my question is based if all these data are available for inflow and outflow.
Yes, you guys have data for inflow, for influence, effluence, and also you guys have measurements of
Okay.
metals, measurements of TSS, measurements of not only one, but multiple days.
Okay, it should be interesting to measure the efficiency during a long time.
And also you have the efficiency. Of
They
BMPs.
calculate. They calculated the efficiency.
Some of them, in some cases, they calculate. In some cases, they're only raw data. They don't have any calculation. But in some cases, there is the performance of the BMP. Yeah. But guys, the idea is not to use only one BMP. The idea is to use hundreds of BMPs. But the idea is to analyze not only one, but the whole thing. And then you guys can see, is the BMP efficiency in Florida the same in California? Or is the BMP in California the same as the Chicago example? Those kind of things, guys, would be great. I think using machine learning for this. Example, I think combining machine learning with kind of theory, example, Guillermo, I think you understand this. Right? You understand the variables, you understand what is TSS. You know what's TSS, of course. But probably Abbas probably doesn't know what's TSS because he doesn't study environmental engineering. But if you guys can collaborate, I think we can have a great product here. You also study environmental engineering, right? No, you study
Civil water resource management.
But you understand
Yes.
these variables, right? For example, if you guys can collaborate, you guys can come up with a powerful product here. There is a lot of data here. We just need analysis on this. This can become a powerful programming, but also, it's not only programming, but also requires understanding of the variables, right? So I think, guys.
Do you think that could be possible to see which parameter have more influence, like which one is more important than the other one?
I mean, there are here many possibilities. What are the parameters more important for this example? Right? Yeah. And here we have a lot of data. And guys, for sure, I have not seen anyone doing this at a larger scale. People have focused on a very small cases.
So if we want to have artificial intelligence in detecting the important parameters, how it could apply in real problems. Like we know that some of them are important, but how we want to apply.
Right. So here, guys, there is a lot of possibilities for artificial intelligence and machine learning and artificial neural networks, right? And together with regression. But I don't think this work is only artificial intelligence. You can do artificial intelligence, but if the variables don't make sense, probably you are coming up with a product that is not good. So I believe, guys, collaborating here, a person that knows artificial intelligence plus an environmental engineer that understands the variables, I think you guys can come up with a great product here. And guys, everything is about impact, right? So, example, guys, if you want to get a job as a professor, or if you want to get a job as a scientist or as an engineer, based on my experience with my students, with my colleagues, if you guys come up with a product that has high influence, high impact, then guys, you are done, right? You guys can get a job easily in a company or as a professor, depending on what you're doing. So guys, my suggestion is, I I would encourage you to play with this data, especially if you're studying environmental engineering for your thesis, or of course, if you have interest on green infrastructure. We have the data here, and you guys can collaborate with a person like Abbas, or we have guys, several students here. I have several students in my group working in artificial intelligence, machine learning. Also, we have students in mechanical engineering, we have students in electrical engineering working on that, and computer science working on machine learning, artificial intelligence.
So, for machine learning, we should use categorical dependent variable. Absolutely, not numbers, quality variable. For what? This is the.
Yeah, and we have here, this data has categorical variables as well. So you have a multiple variables here, you have a categorical. Here, this kind of data is complete. And actually, you can, when you select a type of data, you can select categorical. You guys have all of that. Okay, guys, so let's, so guys, to do that, let's first, let me guys show you. We have the data in Microsoft Access. Basically, guys, the data is here. You guys see here, data. That is the, if I click here, guys, I have the data in Microsoft Access. Okay. So, guys, this is the original data. Okay. So, guys, here I have a lot of tables. This is in Microsoft Access. You have data, guys, of BMP cost, BMP design, and a lot of tables, right? So, example, guys, let me choose one of them. If you guys go to example water quality, okay, you guys will have a lot of data for several locations. You have a guys site ID. You have a site ID. So depending on where you are, example, the Boca Raton location has an ID. Okay, so you guys have to go Boca Raton and copy what is the ID, and then you can put Control F to be able to find that. So example, guys, let me find out what is the location of Boca Raton, okay? So if you guys open the, here, so let me open, guys, okay, so if I guys go to this data, example, here, guys, I want to find out the location of Boca Raton. So if I go to BMP mapping tool, I guys can select. I can select and I can find out what is the okay, I have a site name, guys. I have the name. I have the name and the ID, guys. Right? You guys see here? That's the ID name, the ID of this location. Right? And then you guys copy this and then find out all the information available for that ID. Right? So you guys can say, you guys can copy here, and copy that ID, Control C, and then you guys can copy here. You put Control F, and then you guys can Control B, copy. Okay, so here, guys, I put Control copy, and then here, guys, I come here and then I put Control B. I don't know why I'm not copying this, guys. But anyways, guys, it was working. Now I don't know why. I think there is some issue with my keyboard. But you guys can find the location and then find out where the data that you want to find. Right? Okay, so guys, that's the data. This is a Microsoft Access. So guys, what I'm going to do is I am going to export or import the data from Microsoft Access to Excel. Okay. So guys, to do that, what I'm going to do is I am going to first open Excel. Okay, open Excel. By the way, guys, the instruction is here. The instructions are here. The instructions are here. Okay. So, guys, on that data tab, we select get transform data group and click get data. Okay, so here, guys, on the data tab, okay, the data tab, guys, I have get external data, right? And I put from access. Okay, and then, guys, I have to select where is the data coming from, right? You have to find where is your data, and then basically, guys, do next, 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 and that's it. And you guys will select which table you want to get, and then you guys will have that data, right? So, guys, why don't you try to get access data, transform it to Excel, and then, guys, we will play with some data analytics. Okay? Guys, why don't we take a break of 5 minutes while you guys do that?